Hello, hello. I hope everyone's doing good today. Hi, Riddle. How you doing? How are you today? We're gonna get ready to fly through these comics today. I got a lot of work to get through before this con weekend this weekend. But before I get started, I wanted to give a massive shout out to Firefly for following me on Twitch. It was after we ended stream yesterday, so that's super nice. Also, to Violet Galaxy, Kerberos, and many others who have subbed to me over on YouTube. And then finally, everybody who has followed me on TikTok. I only need one more subscriber on TikTok to, or one more follower on TikTok to make it to 1,000. And if I can pull that off, then I can start doing lives, which is really cool. So thank you to everybody who has followed me on various platforms over the last couple days. I really appreciate it. Okay. I didn't save this out. First panel is done. Let me open up my second panel. My hands are very cold. Okay, let me open up this other page so that way I can get this going in here. Thankfully, getting done with the line art is like the heart. Oh, hello? That was wild. Getting done with the line art is the hardest part, but okay, hello. I love it when my I like literally have just started work not even 30 minutes ago and my eyes already hurt. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a good day today. My eyes are feeling spicy. And not in a fun way. I kind of don't like this in here. We're gonna just kind of fill that in. There we go. Big mood. I did sleep last night, but like, I don't know. I've been hit with the Depresso Espresso the last couple of days, so that's been kind of fun. And by kind of fun, I mean I am so tired of being depressed. It would be very cool if I was like not depressed. That'd be so awesome. Like, I'm trying to, like, gain weight and stuff because I'm fucking very small. And it's really annoying when, my brain just goes, do you really want to eat, though? And I'm like, why? Yes, I do. And then it's like, well, everything you put in your mouth is going to make you very angry, so... Nice try. Nice thoughts there. It's like, oh... Sweet. Okay, my hands are cold as all get out. And it's probably because I didn't eat enough yesterday. Guaranteed. Oops. So I had half a bagel. We're going to try and be good and actually eat snacks today. That's going to be the goal, is actually eat snacks. I don't know why I did this. Yeah, right. You're like, if I do art, I will not feel dead inside. Honestly. I just, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, like, super stressed out. I got so much going on this week is my main problem here. Because it was, like, finals week for the school that I work for, so then I had to do a bunch of grading. And then it's, like, the start of a new class as well, so they don't even get, like, a fall break. They just go from one class right into the other. Which is super stressful for everybody involved, to be honest. And then I had a client, too, that was, like, not the most communicative client, and so, like, I've been only working for her for, like, a couple months, and then she had to shut her business down, and then everything got crazy! I don't know! Hi, Cal, how are you doing? Oh, yeah, it's all light gray. Look, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Art is feeling, you know? It's like 99% of what we do. Between my thighs. Wait! Wait, what? Wait, what, Callahan? Oh, yeah, you should definitely eat. Please go do that. That's very importante. We don't want to die. We must live. Okay, now I gotta go in here and, like, really... I feel bad because I'm reading this, like, Chinese historical fantasy. And when I say it is the most boring fucking book I've ever picked up in my whole life, I really do mean that. And so I'm trying to emotionally cope. Oh, you know what I didn't do on this other panel here? There we go. That's literally all it needed. I'm listening to the audiobook version of it, and each audiobook chapter is legitimately an hour long. And I'm like, who did this? I'm just not sure how to feel about it because I'm a huge fan of, like, when an author is writing the first chapter, I need to know what the actual reason of us being there is. Like, I need to know the why of the book effectively right away. Like, what is the hook is the question, right? And as of right now, I still have no fucking clue why I care. I'm like, what am I even reading right now? Nice, enjoy your leftovers. I should really go and get a cup of tea. The tea water is hot. It is ready for me to consume. No more Sean on this page. Oh, nice. Have fun dressing up as your OC for Halloween, though. That's pretty fucking sweet. She just keeps slapping him, which is really funny. He just keeps touching her, and she's like, stop doing that. Like, literally stop. I told you to not. He's like, look, dude, I just... There's actually some things I really would like to do with this line art really fast here, because I think I'm seeing some shit that I'm not a huge fan of. But that's okay. And I think it was mostly that, to be honest. Yeah, it literally was that. Love that when that happens. I'm gonna go get some Wu Yi Da Hong Pao is what I want to drink. That is what I wish to consume. And actually, before I go in and do... Well, let me finish the color on this real fast. This should not take me that long, and then I'll go get the tea. And then... in the meantime... we'll get this done, and then... ice cream. This is the moment in the anime where all of the, like, fucking cherry blossoms blow by his fucking body. I'm doing good, Ava. Enjoy the lurk, though, since you cannot hear me. At least everyone else knows. Not bad. Why? Hello? Why would you do this to me? There we go. Boop. And then It sucks because I just want to, like, draw silly doodles and not grade at all. I have to do so many, like, assignments today. And that's really, like, the main issue that I have here. Is that, unfortunately, that's the vibe. Don't you just love little fun? Oh god, why is that like that? It's because I was on the wrong array server. Okay, everything's fine. Not me screaming, it's okay. Oh, I like this one because I can actually just go like this. And like this. Oh, so easy. My fave. I don't have to do crazy shit. Stupid seams. All right. Boop. There we go. Oh no, why? Hold on. That would have been dumb. Okay, we're all right. We're okay. All is well. Y'all, I've submitted 60 queries. I'm so done. I don't want to do it anymore. But I also want my book to get published. Oh, whoops. I should probably not do that. We're fine. Today's rock star is Green Apple. That's fantastic. I don't have one of those. Okay, great. So I'm gonna go get my tea or heat it up anyway. I'm gonna or start to steep it. I will be right back. Hold on. Okay, now I have to awkwardly sit for like 3 minutes while I wait. In the meantime, I'm drinking orange juice. Oh, I'm so tired. I wish Tatsu liked sitting on laps. And not just laying on the couch on laps. He doesn't like sitting on laps, though. Because I would love it if he was like right here. It's cold as shit in here. I am dying. I need a blanket. Oh, the blanket's over there. Blanky, I see you. I'll get you when I get up. My little fingies are actively freezing off. I'm trying to work through a predicament because I want to be able to work out, but the only time I can work out is like in the evening, and then by that time comes around, I'm exhausted. This is the wrong font. You can tell I was working on something else for once in my life. I'm gonna go with this one. I like this one. This is the funny stuff, though. Yeah, at least he asked. Like... He could have been a weenie and could have just done it, you know? Oh, there's my tea. Okay, hold on. Let me go get it. Tea acquired. Okay, now I'm getting this blankie. Because otherwise I'll freeze to death. Nobody wants that. I wish to live. I need to, like, just insulate myself. It's on days like today where I wish I had, like, little knit gloves. But the problem is, with the little knit gloves, is that they restrict my movement almost too much, and then I end up not being able to draw, so it's like a horrible trap. All I want is to live. I'm so excited for my favorite day in the whole year. Can y'all guess what it is? You're gonna laugh. It's not what you think it is. I don't know why this randomly will change the font size. I couldn't tell you. I like this one, but I don't have to draw a tail on it. The day, in case anybody was curious, is daylight savings time. This specific one, though. Not the other one. Not the one in the spring, because that one sucks. This one. It gives me an extra hour of sleep, and I feel like a little superhuman. Nice. Get in here. Oh, well, that's not what I want. Hello, please. Cursed. It's gonna be exciting seeing how these things look with like 2 panel or pages per upload. I'm kind of curious. Oh. That's some weird shit going on. I don't really like what's happening there. It's very weird. There, I fixed it. That was super weird. That was really freaky. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna actually flip this oh my god, why would I do this? Flip this booble. And now I unfortunately have to draw the super complicated movements of these guys jumping. And that's not going to be very fun. I can imagine. It's going to be unnecessarily complicated. Ah, weird. All of the red, because it got... It's weird because I can't see. I've just got to trust that it's not going to show up. See, but why does it... I don't like it. Okay, here we go. I guess on the plus side, I have not found that I've like slowed down too bad in terms of speed, so that's good. Why? My little hands are so cold. Okay. Okay, so where's image, duplicate, 39. This is what's gonna take a hell of a lot of time today. And there's so many panels. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I got a self-care combo here. Oh, I was shrimping real bad. That was actually probably for the best. Ugh, I just hydrated with some orange juice though. I'm gonna sit here like a sad little orphan child for a second and try and like warm up my little hands. I don't like this. Somebody has had to have done some science to figure out when the best time of working out is. But the problem is if I take a massive break in the middle of my day, then that means my hours go from being like 10 to 6 or 11 to 7 for my workday to like something weird like 11 to like 9 or something probably. Or 11 to 10 where I'm just taking breaks for dinner in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna do like a bunch of skinny little panels on this page, I think, is what I'm looking at here. To really push the like verticality of this whole thing. Because he's got mad hops. Yeah, nice. Nice! So, does anybody have any fun plans for Halloweenies? If not, what are y'all doing this weekend? Tell me your secrets. I have a convention this weekend, so... That's what I'm doing. Okay, let me see. Actually, cancel this. Hold on. Hold the phone. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Because, like, what if I... Get out of here, Path! Hold on, what if I had, like, a really fun... That's fine. Actually, hold the phone. I'm slowly figuring it out. This is what I want. This whole page is going to be kind of gross, I think, in terms of, like, how it looks. I want to just make sure that it's, like, really... It's got a lot of movement. But actually, maybe I'm going to go like this, and we're going to move this up a little bit. Gross! I hate panel layout. This is like my least favorite thing. Sure, it doesn't even matter if it's like... Let's see. Gross. Well, maybe this is where my downfall is, actually. All of these are going to be inset panels. Actually, you know, because of everything that I've got going on here, no, this is fine. This is good. Oh, gross. My little hands, they're slowly warming up. Gross. All right, so now... Okay, let me go figure out what the fuck I'm doing here. Okay, I'm dying. I hate panel layouts so much. Okay, what am I fucking doing with my life? Who am I? That's just all I have to say. What if I just became a worm? What if I just decided that I just was not gonna do any of my job? Oh, it's time to feed the Snorlax. Everybody go get a snack. If you haven't eaten anything today, please go get a snack. Go get a snackaroni. I'm gonna feed this Snorlax. It's Halloween. Okay, let's see. What am I feeding the Snorlax today? It is... Let's find out. It's probably... Oh, it's apple curry. Look at him. Look at him go. Look at that. Y'all, I have found that the scientifically accurate temperature at which I start to freeze to death is 67 degrees. If I'm not in the sun, that is. That's it. That's the threshold. The lax has been fed. Okay, let's jump these two kids over this fucking wall. No booty cracks, though. No booty cracks for Booty Crack Jeff. I'm sorry, that was terrible. Okay, time to yeet. Time to yeet over the wall. Why? This is what pain is. Just in case anybody was wondering. What in the Spider-Man? Alright, we're fine. This is why I'm doing this way, though, because actually this set of poses would be fucking awful to try and find reference images for on the internet. Like, it would be the most insane shit to try and find this specifically. This would be atrocious. Truly awful. Hydrate. Everybody drink Wawa. Or some shit. And a stretch. Ooh, I was shrimping so hard. That's another self-care combo. I was really bad right then. That was real bad. Oh, and we also have an ooh. Okay. Okay. Now, what am I looking at? I want something from this angle from below. And then let's get some jumpies, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta make them jump. This is awful. All right. This is so bad. Maybe I need to move him closer. This also, too, does this beautiful thing where you can actually see, like, what physically is possible with the actual anatomy that you have. Because I do think that a lot of artists, I notice especially, like, comic artists, American comic artists in particular, will do really weird shit where they will force the anatomy of the people that they're drawing into the weirdest positions, and they're just like not believable at all. And so having these models actually improves my anatomy. It could be much worse. Let me see here. Because, of course, this looks great from this side, but it doesn't look super great from the back side. Nobody needs that. I don't know if anybody knows about the infamous, like, Mary Jane from Spider-Man fucking pose where she's sitting on the couch and her hand, or her fucking body is just, like, busted as shit. I don't know if anybody's seen that. Because it's really funny. Oh, I don't need him grabbing a boob. That's silly. I love this pose because Sean is just like, what the fuck? This is funny. This is agreed. This is a good thing. But actually, I'm gonna go from below even further. Hey, Tess, how's it going? How you doing? How are you? I am suffering. That is what we're doing. Where is... It's this one, actually. You know that moment when you're like, yeet? Help. That's all I gotta say is just help. Okay, and then we got... the bush. And then I need them... I don't know how far back this will go. Not that far. Just gonna kind of... Hold on, I'm fucking some hands up. This is fine, though. I don't want to put this motherfucker in a three-point landing, because that would be awful. Oh, that's a good one. Come here. Okay, great. Sure. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jumping in for some co-working. I'm so close to finishing the special edition, though I say this and I might decide to redesign the case, you know? Are you getting the case from Book Vault? Oh, nice. I'm so excited to see the dust jacket, too. I'm sure it looks fucking amazing. Okay, hold on. Let me go fix this so that there's no Bezos censorship here. I do think it's funny how it was the butt that got me that one time. Oh, I gotcha. I didn't know if you meant slipcase or not. Okay. I love not having to use a bunch of shit. Oh yeah, I forgot that Book Vault doesn't let you do slipcases for single books. I just wish that they would let you print slipcases for, just by themselves. That's been my major issue with my Brady Von Altus books, is that they need a hard case. And right now I'm making them myself, which they look fine. They're like, I'm not really like that concerned about it. But unfortunately, the every single person that I've been like, hey, do you guys do like slipcases and stuff for like things? They're like, oh yeah, we do. It's also going to be $75 per box. And it's like, what are you saying to me right now? Like, what the fuck? So, I don't know. I'm still trying to find a manufacturer that will not charge me. And then, like, every manufacturer I've talked to has had the audacity to be like, yeah, well, you know, if you did it in, like, thin cardstock, it would be cheaper. And it's like, yeah, but then that also literally completely avoids the whole point of a box, or like a book box, a case in that sense, because they're supposed to protect the fucking books. You dummy. It's not supposed to just slide over the front. You fools! Ooh, this looking good though. Ooh, this looking real good. So I don't do a slip cover. Hold on, let me go get the thing. Let me go see if I have one available that's easy to find. 1 second, I'm gonna go grab it. Okay, was it low-key buried in my box for the con? Yes. Did I find it? Also, yes. Okay, so this is what I have. So obviously I have all 5 books in here. So this thing is solid. It's really dense. And it's really thick cardstock. So I would not consider this a like slipcase in the traditional sense where it's like thin paper. This is like, it's chunky. But the whole point is that I don't want these poor little fucking flimsy Amazon paperbacks to die. You know what I'm saying? And so like, this is what I use. And so this is what I expect, is I want a thicker weight on the fucking actual product, and they're like, would you like an actual glorified piece of paper? And then even then, the fucking case that they are trying to sell at that weight is like, oh, it's $25 per case. And I'm like, that would take the price of my series from $60, which in this particular case, if you get all 5 of these, you're getting it for 60. Yeah, so you're getting 1 book free already, and that doesn't include any additional cost for this box. That takes that to this would be $100 fucking dollars. Like, nobody, I already have a hard time. It's like pulling teeth to try and get people to spend $60 on all 5 of these books, despite the fact that they're getting 1 for free. So, like, why the fuck would anybody buy that for $100? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And so these people are like, it's not that expensive, though. And I'm like, yes, it is. And yes, so I technically didn't make them. My dad is an absolute unit and made them. He's very cool, and I love him. And he's very smart. He's got the big brain. I'm like, at this point, maybe he should just start selling them, because, like, truly, okay, time to launch over this wall. Probably like less than $3. I'm not even joking. Literally like a negligible amount. Yeah, he's a professional photographer. I'm very thankful. He's got great print quality on his paper. The only qualm that I have with this is that because it's made on very beautiful photo paper, it's very easy to knock the ink off of these things. So you have to pretty much shrink wrap them immediately in order to make sure that they're protected. Yeah, and I'm not sure if I'm, like, crazy, because I was looking at a quote from Elite Custom Boxes, which this one is a no minimum, which is nice, but I was looking at, like, cardstock, and they were so expensive. So expensive. So the problem is that any style of paper is going to have the ink knocked off, and then the only reason that this works, and it's less likely to get chipped in that way, is because they're using dye sublimation? Is that what it's called? Or dye sublimation? Yeah, standard sublimation. Yeah, sublimation with sublimation ink. So in other words, it looks like this, and then they like press into the paper, and so then that creates like this kind of a thing where it's like baked, the ink is baked into the paper, and it's laminated also. Those are two things that are very important, two specs. And so you can see this little thing. So it produces something that is more like what you would get at like a traditional store, which is great. But my dad does not have the ability to sublimate because he is using an inkjet printer, which is different. Now these guys I haven't looked at. And it might just get to the point where I just have to go for it. Yeah, see? Oh, wait, no, that's boxes. We use cardboard. Yeah, see? And these guys are using cardboard too and not card stock. Because these guys recognize that would be really dumb. Otherwise, though, I haven't really found any other companies that actually, like... And those are, like, so bougie. We don't need that. See, and a lot of companies make them. Oh, and these guys are cool, too, because you can do... Get out of here, because you can do, like, UV spot and shit like that. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so I have to do some poking around. The boxes don't sell like at all. People are very, very hesitant to commit. One, selling books in person is kind of fucking awful because nobody reads. It's a very sad truth, and like that's something that I've been struggling with as somebody who's trying to sell books for a living and trying to like actually get my stuff out there. Because even if you go to book events, you either run into one or of two problems. Either one, you run into the issue of everybody wants to read, but they're too poor. And so our economy is in the shitter right now, and people, like, obviously are not getting food stamps and et cetera, et cetera. Like, it's really, really bad. We're not doing great here in the U.S., and so people just straight up don't have the money to spend on anything. So they go to comic book conventions or to book festivals with effectively the ability to buy one thing, and if they find the person that they actually showed up at the event for and buy their stuff, then everybody else effectively is just kind of left to the wayside. Most of the time people go to those events either for one specific author, or they go to like Comic-Cons to go and like buy like a lightsaber or something and not to buy a book. So that's problem number one. Problem number two is that if they are not book lovers already, they don't read. And so the amount of people that come up to my booth, like, I mean, I'm sure Q can tell you the same thing as well. We've done events together, like when we were just at Spook Show together a couple weeks ago. I cannot even tell you how many people come up to the table, and, you know, Q has her fantastic salesman pitch always ready, you know, and she's like, hey, so what do you like to read? And then people will literally give her the deadest, glassiest eyed stare of all time and be like, oh, I don't. And it's like, oh, okay. And then you just have to kind of awkwardly stand there and be like, So that's really awkward. Then you run into problem number three, which Q and I have both had the issues of, and I think that she no longer sells her Ashport book boxes for the same reason. Problem number three is that if somebody does want to buy a book, they're really scared of indie authors because they're afraid of an Audra Winters situation or an Audra Winters situation, and they don't want to buy a book, or especially a series of books, where they don't know the quality of the book. And sometimes you can get people by being like, yeah, feel free, like, I'm always like, please pick up my book and read it. Like, you can just look at it right now. Like, I literally have this funny thing that I'm like, my books don't bite except for the vampire one. But people will then hopefully pick up the actual book and realize that you're not crazy and that it actually is a piece worth potentially investing in, which is really important. But very few people are willing to actually shell out for an entire series, especially if it's a $60 purchase. Already, I've had people look at, like, I have a special edition King of Dust that I do price quite high because it was a Kickstarter edition. And I want to make sure that the people who backed the Kickstarter feel like they got the value that they did out of the book, and it's a collector's edition version of the book. It's a hardcover. It doesn't really have anything super special about it, but it is $40. And people are super hesitant about that. And 9 times out of 10, the only way that I'm able to sell that title is if there are like discounted versions of it in my oops, Amazon fucked it up, or like the Ingram like sent them without dust jackets or like whatever pile. So, long story short, from a logistics perspective, selling the book boxes is insane. I am very lucky if I sell one an event, if that. Most of the time I really don't. I would say I do not sell one an event. So they kind of are like sitting in the inventory kind of a situation. I had better luck when I was selling the Brady books from inside a kids only bookstore. Actually, it was really a great place to be able to sell the Brady books in particular, because they were middle grade. But everywhere else, I would say like not really. So that's what makes me hesitant to spend a bazillion dollars on book boxes, because I'm like, already this product doesn't sell very well. So you'd have to really convince me that you have the best book boxes in the whole world for me to want to invest in that. Actually, I recognize I have to fill out this. So I don't know. I might take a look at Dream Custom Boxes. Let me just pop some quotes in here right now. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta measure my books, because they're 5x8, but I don't remember what the other measurement is here. Let's see. 5x8 by what? 8 by 5 by, what's the depth? Wait. By 3.75, give or take. Sure. 5 by 8 by 3.75. We'll do that. Yeah, so I don't know, man. The market for books right now is rough. Let me see. Because they have art card. Oh, there's our delicious one bot per stream. I love them. Get out of here. We don't like them. Yeah, I hate to say I bought plenty of books at cons and festivals, and a lot of them are ass. Oh yeah, no, they're ass. I'm not gonna lie, they are. That is to put it lightly. Yeah, and that's the number one issue that I have. Like, and it's valid for people to be hesitant of and wary of independently published work. I 1000% agree. I think I have better luck than most, and I think Q is also in the same books as well, or in the same box as well. Wow, if I could think. Where because we both have so many books, and a lot of the stuff, like she can say I'm a SPIFBO finalist, almost all of my books, literally every single one except for I think Court of Snakes actually, is an award-winning book, and I have like the award stickers on the front. that helps significantly to let people know, like, oh, other people read this and didn't think that it was ass. So that is the number one most important thing that you can do to prevent that from happening for your books, or getting really good book blurbs. Because having on the back, like another author vouch for you makes you look more official than you are. So I can understand the hesitancy, but I've noticed that it mostly comes down to just people being poor. I don't really need, like, soft touch. Okay, let me see here. I don't need any add-ons. Let's see, because I don't know if I want to use... Let's see, match my books. Okay, let's see what these guys say. We're going to just quote these, get a quote from these two guys here. Oh, see, because these guys have craft paper that are at a specific weight. Let's see what these guys say too. We're going on a journey here. We're learning. And these guys have black craft as well. Because they do digital offset or UV. They also have soy-based inks. Do you have matte? They don't. Okay, let's see what they say. I haven't even started trying to collect blurbs yet. I got some arcs out, but I'm terrified of sending to bigger authors. I have no idea who I'd even go to. To be honest, I did not send to big authors. I just picked people who I knew liked my work and had published before. So I went to author Casey Norton, who was on TikTok for a long time, and Q. Those are the two blurbs that I have on the back of my books because those are who I know. Okay, cool. They are slowly... slowly updating. And then they are asking for my email. It's happening! That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, but getting those blurbs out is very, or getting the blurbs in general is a tricky thing. I know that you can really like amp your success if you know somebody who is in your genre who does have like a really big following, but doing the EDM for that, the earned digital outreach for that is difficult. But if you do know those people, or at least you have some kind of like cursory communication with those people, that can be huge. I know my writing acquaintance Ian Haramaki, effectively, I don't want to say that he can attribute all of his success to Rafa, who blurbed his book, Angel, or it's the author behind Angels. Oh, let me wait. Also, we got a self-care combo again. Everybody take care of yourself, damn you. Don't be a little weenie. Okay, well, the guy from this book place is very nice, from customboxes.com. This guy's nice. They get a customer service A+ from me, at least. Okay, hold on. Let me send, This guy's actually asking for a, reference. This is truly, quite impressive, actually. Already, this company has done so much better than many of the other companies that I've worked with. So that's impressive to me. But let me send these guys a reference image here. Oh, what? Why would you do this to me? I'm doing okay. I'm fine. I'm okay. Everything's fine. We're all good. Oh, yeah. Okay, so, effectively, Ian Haramaki, who wrote Angels Before Man? Rafa, Angels Before Man. Yeah, by Rafael Nicolas. So, Rafael Nicolas wrote Angels Before Man, and my author acquaintance Ian Haramaki was able to get a blurb from Rafa, and because Rafa's book was already so insanely popular, that ejected Mercy into the sun. So, you know, obviously getting a blurb from somebody who has that level of influence can significantly help your cause. So it really just kind of depends on, like, you know, if you have the time to reach out to people, but it's a lot of, I think, like, cold calling, unfortunately. It's a lot of like reaching out to people you might not know, but like you admire their work. You know, it's like it's just kind of shitty. It could be bad, but it could, you could be met with like silence. But yes, I think trying people from the WRX cruise um, is a good idea. Even if you haven't talked to them in a while, you'd be surprised. So kind of cool, but yeah, it's really dependent on if you are, you know, like I guess just send the email. That would be my advice. Like as somebody who literally does cold calling for my job, that's all I do for book blurbs and stuff, or for like reviews. Like that's all I do. Um, I've learned that literally people do not give a shit, and if they don't want it, they'll just ignore your email. But there's a huge chance that they will want it. So just like, just do it. In the words of Shia LaBeouf, don't let your dreams be dreams. This guy's actually great. Sorry, I'm like now I'm deep in test town with this man. It might go to spam though. Oh, this guy's like in it to win it. That's cool. This guy sent a test email to make sure that I got his thing. Yeah, literally, no joke. I'm not even exaggerating, Tess. All you have to do is create a copy paste email with maybe some slight personalization to it. So like, hi, I don't know if you remember me, but my name is Tess and you met me at this thing. I have my book Spider Island, which is about, and then hit them with your log line in one sentence. Like, let me read you my fucking email that I send to these people for like, and these people don't know me at all for Pubvendo. Like they don't know me at all. When I send out this corporate email. Let me go find it. This is legitimately the vibe. Okay, here we go. Hold on. All right. So, I always title the subject. Okay, cool. That guy's going to send me a quote. Hold on. Want to make sure I don't miss the email. Okay, send. All right, so the title is always review copy offer, or potentially in your case, it would say blurb request, then the title. So Spider Island by TC Duck. And then the preview text would be complimentary ebook or print copy for an author blurb. And then a semicolon, and then a very short log line of whatever your book is. So like say I was doing it for King of Dust, a tabletop RPG inspired adventure fantasy with LGBTQ themes. That would be it. And then the outreach email is hello, and then whoever the name of the person is. I legitimately I send out so many of these, like we're talking like 200 of them, so I always just say hello there, and it's like really casual, but if you want to personalize with the name, you can. I'm reaching out to see if you'd be interested in your case, leaving an author blurb, or leaving a blurb, writing a blurb for my book, Spider Island by TC Duck. The book, and then lay out your log line or whatever your elevator pitch is for it. And then I'd be happy to send you a complimentary copy, ebook or physical, your choice, in exchange for a blurb. If you'd prefer a print copy, please reply with your mailing address. Otherwise, I'll send the ebook right away. Thank you so much for considering, and I'm happy to answer any questions about the book. And then, of course, you can personalize, like, if you've met the person before, You can talk about like the last time that you saw them and how it was really nice to see them at that time, and that like you're glad that you're excited to be publishing, or like whatever you want to personalize that with. And it's kind of one of those things where if they ignore you, they ignore you, and if they don't, they don't. All right, cool. I should be getting quotes from these guys in a couple hours, so we'll see how that goes. I'll let you know. Otherwise, I guess I'm sticking with my dad. One guy's got a minimum of 100 books, which I'm not super excited about. That gives me the fear. Guys, it's 72 in the room again. I can live. I'm slowly returning to life. Slowly but surely. I thought I was going to die. God, all of this crossing is going to be the end of me here. Yeah, I would say if you can reach out to like 20 people, I know that sounds like a lot, but 20 people will hopefully get you one, you know? And of course, if you need a blurb from an author and you just want to have, like, because really what it does is it just makes your work look more official looking. It won't necessarily, like, if you get a smaller author, it won't necessarily give you the PR that like getting somebody like Rafa obviously did for Mercy, you know what I'm saying? But even if you just need somebody to no, like for real, I was actually just gonna suggest that like once I get done with Spider Island, I would be glad to let me know if you need one. You know, if you do find somebody who has a better reach than I do, obviously use them, because I'm a weenie. I got like fucking barely 1,000. I'm at 999 followers on TikTok. You know, it's not necessarily the most like impressive following ever, but legitimately, like, I'm always down to help people in any way that I can. But yeah, Q might be another good person to ask. I don't know if she's already on the ARC list, but some people, what you might find is that some people will say, yeah, I'll leave you an author blurb, but you have to pay me a fee for my time. I would say if you can afford it, do it. But if you can't, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of one of those things. A lot of book reviewers nowadays do that, where that's like kind of the vibe, is that they will only do ARC reviews if they are paid their fee, which is not unusual. Yeah, not unusual. And definitely people should be paid for their time. Okay, I think we're... Oh, wait. I was like, we're pretty much good. No, we're not. Almost there. Yeah, I don't think I've seen anybody charge money for author blurbs, but you never know. Hi, Gamby. How you doing? Oh, nice. Yeah, so if she's already doing that, that's great. Really good stuff. So then maybe message her and just ask if she'd be willing to, if you can take part of that review and use it as a blurb, because then she doesn't even have to come up with a new blurb. It's just whatever was in the commissioned review. So you can kind of kill two birds with one stone. And then if you have at least 2 blurbs on the back of your book, you're golden. So I would say do some outreach. You're at a good point where you're ahead of the curve enough and you have enough time to be able to do the outreach for the blurbs without stressing too bad on whether or not you're going to be able to get it before the pub date. So I would just reach out to people, even if like you think that they're cray cray and they're not gonna. Hello, what just happened here? Oh, I'm a big old dummy. That's what happened. But yeah, even if you think that they're maybe not gonna reach back out, and it's like it's kind of a long shot, just do it anyway. Oh my god, Q's gonna play Guess Who the Murderer Is. I love that. I love play Guess the Murderer. Murder. Pretty good. 5 minutes till I get off of work. Still avoiding Has Been Hotel Season 2 spoilers like the plague. That's a mood. It's always terrifying when a new show gets released and then everybody's rabid on the internet. It's like, please leave me alone. I just want to live. I'm hoping that the second season is better than the first season. I like the concept behind Has Been Hotel, but I felt like I had whiplash watching the first season because it was so fast. So I'm hoping that she's able to slow her pacing down and give it like the time it deserves. So fingers crossed that it's good. I got my fingers crossed. I need to turn down the heat in the apartment actually now because it got hot. I think getting these physical editions out will help. I've been really apprehensive to press print. Oh, since Ingram only gives you 60 days to make revisions. Yes. True. It is only $25 per revision, but $25 still hurts sometimes. My wallet can't handle that. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Let's get this in here. I went on a journey, so I'm going to be kind of behind on this particular page here, but that's okay. The journey was worth it. The journey was worth it. Sure, that looks right. Give or take. Yeah, true. Buying proofs is expensive. I'm on my 3rd proof for Heaven's Equals, so that's $30. I have to order another proof today, actually, speaking of that. Oh yeah, speaking of that too, there's only 1 week left on the Kickstarter in like 30 minutes. So, not to freak people out, but if you haven't pledged yet, you definitely should. I might have some very fancy arcs. Yeah, you're like, here, please take this. Oh, thank you, Tez. I appreciate you. I'm stoked. I'm very excited to get these damn things printed. I need to just make sure that Amazon's not gonna fuck my spine up. I have like a continuing illustration on the spine because I'm a nerd and I wanted that cool illustration, and Amazon was like, would you like me to butcher this? And I was like, oh, interesting decision that you made there. I'm like, why would you do that? Amazon was like, I would like your spine to be at least 1/4 of an inch not aligned, despite the fact that you made the spine correctly when you uploaded your files. I just felt like printing it crooked because I don't care. And it's like, thanks, Jeffrey. Where's that one song? Hold on, I got you. This is what I feel like every time I print through Amazon. It's a mood. Look at you now, son of a bitch. Fuck their wives and drink their blood. What is this song? Yep. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Okay, now this is where this gets like, he's priming. He's priming for the jump. We're gonna yeet over the wall. He's like, see you later, potato. Okay, he's fine. Yeah. God, these thaw cool are gonna be... I can't imagine. This is why they used to tuck them into boots and shit, because... This is such a pant leg. Oh god, this is so much pants. I just want to play some Overwatch. I'm so tired. Can I just want to clock out of work. I don't want to do any work today. How do I just die? And then... where's the crater? I need the crater. I wish to feign my own disappearance, fake my death. But also, I would like to still continue to collect a paycheck. So, I don't know how that would work. Look at this foot. He's wearing some other guy's shoes. These literally are not even his. Why? Where? That was weird. Wait. What? Where is the gap? There's a gap somewhere, and I don't know where it is. I am super confused. Oh, it's right there. Wow, that was annoying. That sure was something. InDesign truly is something. I don't hate it as much as I hate Illustrator, but I hate it more than Photoshop, which says a lot, I think. Okay, cool. Poor Sean is about to get just like completely fucking chucked into the air right now. She doesn't even know what's about to happen to her. She doesn't even know. She has no clue. You don't ever think to yourself, am I about to get just like totally yeeted into the air? Wee! I'm now getting about 1 million messages right now. What is happening? Hopefully it's the quotes. That would be kind of cool. Nope, it's actually my mom. Just kidding. The bell bottoms are bell bottoming. Boot. Boot. And this is actually where, no joke, the bell bottom just goes over the shoe. This is where Sean's pants catch on the ground and then she dies. Is that how this happens? She'll be fine. Okay, so now the thing is that for this, I'm going to do this by hand because I don't want to fuck around with having to deal with all of the crossover. The bell-bottom pants will be her undoing. I still appreciate the one person on my Ko-fi who voted for an outfit, and I don't think that they realized they could select multiple choices. And I know it wasn't Callahan, I don't think. It was somebody else, and I haven't checked to see who it was, but they just selected pants, and that's funny to me. It's like she doesn't need anything else, just pants. That's all. Okay, there's that. Okay. Let me see what I can find here. Damn. Sucks because I know in my brain exactly what I need. Or maybe really what I need. It's not bad, but I like this guy. There he goes. This is not at all anything that I need. This is not bad either, but from the wrong angle. Damn. That's all I gotta say. It's just damn. Yeah, and most importantly, too, because I'm trying to, oh, this one might be the one. Because I'm trying to, I'm gonna have to photo bash some stuff here. I'm trying to only grab images that are royalty free. Yeah. having that be the case is difficult. Yeah, because this is like a stucco fence. Okay, that's going to be it. And then I need bushes. Probably this is going to be it's not a bad one, but it's not what I like. Well, this is fine. So, effectively what needs to happen is first, I don't think I'm going to need to use this angle again. First, we're going to effectively fake perspective. That's step one. Fake it till you make it. Okay, great. And we're going to Control-Shift-U, and then we're going to crop this, and we're going to say filter. Let's see, filter gallery, and then do that. And I think I might erase away some of the sky to frame them better, but that's not a bad thing at all. And then I'm going to bring that down just in case. But let's see, we're going to go here. We're also going to take that out. But I would like to take this sky. We're going to lock this down. And we're going to kind of follow the natural flow of this thing. But I would really ideally like to pull this like that. Like that. And then I'm going in with the smaller little detail brushes to make it look like it actually fits here. Fill it in. Yeah, that looks nice. Looking good. But I also think, too, that I need to do some extra modeling in the back of these bushes and stuff, because there are parts where it breaks through. Okay, and then we'll have them. Yeah, that frames at least both of their faces. Okay, so then I actually don't need the bushes at all. Well, I'm going to put the bushes in anyway. Nobody can tell me no. So now let's go over here, over here, over here. Copy, copy image. And we're going to go back over here. Yay, Photoshop. Boop. And we're going to do this. And then I'm probably going to have to do some funky shit. So now we're going to show contextual taskbar. We're going to do this. We're going to remove background and see how well it does. This is the test. Oh. Okay. That's fine. Control-Shift-U. Filter. Filter gallery. Let's do this again. Okay, so now I'm going to do this. And we're just gonna kind of keep deleting shit. Well, I'm gonna get rid of the shit that I don't like. Goodbye. This is too bright. Well, and actually, now that I have some control over this, how much better. Be gone, demons! Look at my bushes! Alright, great. And that is how you Frankenstein a background together. They're going right over the fence and right into the bush. And what's most important is that these are royalty free, so I'm not accidentally stealing from anybody while I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? Don't steal stuff, guys. Okay, I'm gonna have to do like, let's see. I want to do like a braid that direction. Eh. She's like, oh shit, why? Oh no! Oh god, what? Yeah, just, this is funny though. I'm gonna also move some of these fingers. Because like, typically when you're being launched in the air, you're not kind of calmly holding your hand. You're fucking splay doll shit because you're fucking actively trying to not die. That's how it works. Yeah, much more dynamic, much better. She's so funny. Oh, Sean. This is the face of fear. This is the face of a woman who just saw God. She's like, what do you mean you have a 15-foot vertical jump? He's like, I actually have a 40,000-foot vertical jump, but we're not going to talk about that. He's like, we don't. Poor Sean, why? I do feel bad. I do feel kind of bad. Oh no. She's like, why? Rip. That's rough. She's like, literally, I would rather light myself on fire than do this again. She's like, I don't want to be on this roller coaster anymore. He's like, that's too damn bad. I'll actually go ahead and turn this off because I can't fucking see. Well, then that's Wukong's hand. I don't want that yet, necessarily. Ugh, man. Okay, so this is where this gets hard because you want to have like a dynamic and like normal looking shot here without like hyper sexualizing the entire like Grundle area, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to like do anything crazy here. So I'm gonna just kind of, there we go. That's fine, that's better. Good enough. Or as my teacher once said one time, no accidental peen. I love this because it's so fucking ungraceful. Like, this is like... This is... She's doing her best, guys. Oh, no. This is just... It's just funny. I really do love doing like drapery in motion like this though. This is so fun. Let me make sure that we have the correct. This is just a rough angle. I really would like. There we go. That's better. No, for real. But, like, me too, girl. This is so funny. Poor Sean. Oh. That's pretty good. Hold on, there's apparently a... Or no, we're good. This is really funny, though. Oh, whoops. Why? Alright, so unfortunately I do have to stop here halfway through a panel, which does kind of suck. But I am super happy, at the very least, with how this came out. Super funny. Super funny. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you so much to everybody who hung out today. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will be back tomorrow to work more on this comic page, and hopefully the next one as well. I'm hoping I don't get trapped in the hole of, I don't know, just being slowed down really bad in general. We will see. So I'll be back tomorrow. I hope everybody has a good rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.